So Neil, we've just wrapped up the first Decarbonisation Summit. You were on the last panel with Andy Burnham. How did you find it?
I absolutely loved it, to be honest. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that we all had a common goal. I thought the way this thing had been set up was really inspirational. Green TV did a superb job in supporting us. And I've got to give credit to SSE Energy Solutions, the amount of time and effort that people have put in before today to make it a success. But I came to it a bit apprehensive, wondering what we were going to talk about, and I actually really enjoyed. I enjoyed as much as anything that common goal of moving the challenge forwards, you know. And I was talking to Andy there and saying, look, as soon as possible in the new year, let's meet up again. Manchester's my hometown. Let's meet up again and let's really try and drive that local agenda through in Manchester and make it a case to be proud of. And fingers crossed we'll do that.
Great. And what are the sort of one or two things you think we can bring to places like Manchester that obviously have a progressive net zero agenda? What are the kind of two or three things you would pick out?
So we talk about whole system approach. You know, we talk about how complicated power is becoming and we can take that away from the client. If I'm being really honest though, the thing that would probably be the right vibe for the city, for the leaders in the city and for the people in the city isn't so much about us talking technical about energy, it's what we can do in the economy. And what we can do in the economy is level it up. We can actually put a lot of skills into the economy that are there for at least a decade, if not 2 decades. Those skills then become transferable, both to other regions and overseas. And I think it will cause the standard of living to increase. You know, I think everyone's seeing a short-term disruption because of peak energy prices at the moment in gas, and everybody's thinking this renewable agenda is unaffordable. I don't think we can afford not to do it. And I actually think with the right training, with the right supply chains becoming more mature and prices going down, we are going to create a sustainable future that is carbon zero.
Great. And obviously COP is going to wrap up on Friday. You were at COP today. What did you make of COP, and are you optimistic we're going to get the kind of resolution that we need?
Do you know, I am optimistic. You know, I hear some people are quite negative that it's all rhetoric. I think if I talk about the UK specifically, the fact that something's gone into legislation that's a hard target, the fact that in terms of policy to date, we might not all agree with every piece of policy, but the fact that within policy there start to be a talk of measurable outputs on the journey to carbon zero, that there is stick and carrot within there. There are some technologies that are less mature. I think in heat we need to drive that quicker. There are some areas where we're very mature, like offshore wind. We lead the world in offshore wind, you know. And if I look at SSE and what we're doing, 7.5 billion capital spend over the next 5 years, that's a significant amount of money on that journey. So I'm really excited. The key now will be not to walk away from it and then forget about it. We've got to really drive that change.
Spot on.
Is that okay?
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you.